right, so my name is Felix.
Okay, hold on. Let's count us in.
All right, 3, 2, 1. Let's get this party started.
Okay.
Let's get it started. Ha! All right.
Are you crying?
Yeah, no, it's the sun. All right, y'all. What's up?
What's going on?
What's up, man? We out here. We out here in the field, a random field.
Yeah.
Don't Google Maps us. You know.
Please don't.
Please don't. You know what I mean? But this is Wise Conversations. This is our first episode.
Yes.
And honestly, it's been in the works. It's been, just a seed in our imagination, in our spirit to really just get on here and just share what we've learned. We've been married. My name is Felix, by the way.
Yeah, my name's Kenya. Like the country, como el país.
You know what I mean?
You know what I mean?
Don't mess with her.
Nah.
And I'm Felix, like the cat. That's how we introduce ourselves. No cap, like.
Because honestly, let's be real. People will be like, "Hi, my name's Catherine," and it's like, "Nice to meet you, Catherine." And then like 2 minutes later, I'm like, "Dang, what is her name?" Yeah. But if she said her name's Catherine, like the captain,
facts.
You're not going to be forgotten.
Hey,
ever. So that's why
that.
I do Kenya like the country, and then people are like, "Oh yeah, she's a country." Oh, Kenya like the country.
Boom.
So
you gotta help the mind out sometimes,
help the mind out,
especially in this age of social media. Hey, but that's another topic.
Let's go.
But man, so really today we're talking about. I'm sure you've seen the title. We're talking about how we really got to the point where we could really be ourselves and be safe in being ourselves and be confident in being ourselves. Be comfortable.
In being ourselves, because can we talk about it? Yeah.
And that's why we're here, to talk about it.
So welcome to Wise Conversations. And yeah, let's get into it.
All right. When I met Kenya like the country.
So how are you going to just go into that? I thought we were about to get into the topic.
No,
people.
It's part of it.
Oh, okay.
No, it's part of it.
Go ahead.
I ain't gonna go. That'll be for another one.
It was a Tuesday night.
You know what I mean? Like I ain't even gonna do that.
Yeah.
But when I met Kenya, she's just, and anybody who knows her, she's just big. Like her personality is big.
Okay. Thank you for clarifying.
Oh, no, not big. Hey, hold on.
Big girls, we love you. Big men, we love you.
Hey, she got something in the back.
Okay, all right.
All right, relax. I'll relax. But she just has a very big, vibrant personality, and that's something that I caught off the rip. And just like, when I'm, if people know me, especially back in the day, I was very mellow. I was very chill. And the beauty of like us being together is she brought more out of me.
Oh.
And you know what I mean? So it's just like, but recently, and we met and we were just in a different place, even with the Lord and even with understanding ourselves. But like recently, we'll find ourselves in these spaces, and like, I don't know if it's like some awkward, you know what I mean? Like we'll just be, we'll be ourselves, but it'll just be like crickets, or it'll be kind of like, dang.
They were giving us nothing.
Nothing, and then it's just like sometimes we've caught ourselves doing things or saying things where we get in the car and we be like,
bro,
dang.
Tell them about the cornfield, babe.
Bro,
this is where this birthed, and we realized it was an issue, and it had to stop. We had to get comfortable in our skin because it's the skin that we were born in. And because it was horrible, guys. Okay, start with cornfield.
I think you should take over the cornfield, guys, and then I'll hop in when I can.
It was the worst thing ever. If you can imagine, like, the most embarrassing situation, multiply that. Because it was
times a couple.
But anyway, so it was like, I think we were married for maybe like a year or something like that.
I think a year and some change.
Yeah, or like maybe some months. I don't know. We were like newly married and stuff like that. And so we were like looking at different churches, trying to join a church, which was really difficult because it was like 2021. And so it was like some churches were still closed. And so it was just so difficult to like find a place to like fellowship. So anyway, we go to this one church that we will leave unnamed. Glory to God.
Praise His holy
praise
name.
Him. They're a beautiful church. But anyway, so the young adults, we all went to this corn maze. They're like, guys, we're going to
Mhm.
go here Saturday at 12 p.m. and we're going to corn it up. And I
Corn it
was
up.
like, let's get corny.
That was corny. I ain't gonna hold you.
Let's get
Like,
corny.
but hey, we
But
here.
but no, yeah. So anyway, we enter that corn maze, and as we entered the corn maze, we basically entered a stage
We
because
entered.
we both were like trying so hard to fit in, so hard to
Yeah.
make people laugh, and so hard to make people laugh to like us. I was like, laugh at us, no.
No,
But
yeah,
to make
for
people
real.
laugh and to make people like us,
Yeah.
really. And anyway, it was just like we were just saying the dumbest stuff. And like when we left the corn maze, it's like we were like, okay, bye y'all. Because it was like a couple of hours later, everybody was
Yeah.
leaving, and we were walking to this one area to take some photos. We are artists, by the
You
way.
know
We're
what I
very
mean?
creative.
Yeah.
Your girl's a
Just
writer.
put it in our hands and we'll just
We
figure
got
it
you.
out.
Literally, photography, videography,
Yep.
music. I play instruments.
Yep.
He produces. It's
Yep.
like we can both songwrite. So it's just like we're all over here.
Put us in the room.
Put us in the room.
A rim.
And you won't be sad. But
Facts.
anyway, so we were walking to this place to do some photos and everything. And as we were walking, Felix, he literally was like, end scene, and we busted out laughing because he was just like, bro, I felt like we were like, bum, 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 bum,
Nah.
just acting. He was like, hey, you like that? You like that, folks?
Wow.
And it was so bad. Like, does anyone else, like, please leave your comments below. We're going to have this visual and like on different podcasts, like audio
On
as well.
everything, on
So like,
everything.
if you're our YouTube family, please comment a story about when you showed out, just trying to
Right.
impress people, because we need to all support each other here.
Yeah, we in there.
Yeah.
We in this together.
We're in this together.
Yeah.
Come on, Wildcats. Anyway, so
No, the end scene was insane. I forgot that was, but that's classic. End
Yeah.
scene.
yeah.
It was
And
insane.
scene. And at that moment, that was the beginning of our journey of stop performing. And if
Yeah.
I can get a little deeper, I believe the reason
deeper.
why but I believe the reason why we started to perform, really for me myself, I went through church hurt, and I for so long I felt so rejected by people. So I was like, okay, they don't like this version of Kenya, so let me be another person, because like I also am really into acting and stuff like that. And so I think that performer part of me just came alive, and I was like, okay, so you don't like this, let me give you something else. And so I started to become a person I wasn't. And then I would be so worn out by the time I get home. Like I would just be like, I need to take a nap. And I'm thinking I'm introverted, but it's not even the fact that I'm introverted. It was just the fact that I wasn't being I wasn't being myself in front of
Yeah.
people. So I was so worn
Yeah.
out. You know what I mean? Because I was
Yeah.
putting on, like, I don't know, like when people go on Broadway and stuff, I was
Yeah.
there every single day. I was like, hello,
Yeah.
like, welcome to this new moment.
Like changing costumes, like
Bro,
in between
the
scenes.
the whole nine.
Yeah, and it was
Yeah.
it took us like analyzing and realizing that we were doing it and really just going deeper like that. And
Yeah.
that's why, it's good that you went deep, because like we had to find out why it was like that.
Yeah.
And yeah, it comes from certain circles you go into,
Mm-hmm.
feeling that rejection or that kind of like, that kind of, you can tell when it's like people are just like, you know what I mean? I wasn't ready for all this. Because another thing, especially about Kenya, is that she brings out the realness in a lot of people to where it's
Yeah.
like, you can hang around some people and you can just put on the mask, but she sees past it and she can go deeper
Yeah.
and bring it out. So a lot of people don't feel comfortable around that, because their show is confronted, their act
Yeah.
is kind of confronted, and it's kind of like when it was like light shined in the darkness, but the darkness comprehended.
Ooh,
not.
baby, you
And,
sounded like you about to go off in
You
a
know what I
rap.
mean? 'Cause,
That was
like,
fire.
being exposed, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's just like, all right, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's go back. Because we do, man. We like going, we'll have a good time, but it's just like, we like to go deep. We like to go past the surface.
Yeah.
Because, our time is valuable. And that's
Yeah.
another thing that we realized in coming to the end of all this. It's like, yo, I ain't got time to be in circles
Mm-hmm.
that can't receive me
Exactly.
and that won't receive me.
Exactly.
Or at least want to understand.
Yeah.
Or, you know what I mean?
And that's why it's so important to be yourself, because if you're always like being what people quote unquote want you to be, how are you ever going to find the true tribe that you
Wow.
belong to?
Yeah.
So if you're always performing, always not being yourself, how are you ever going to find people where yourself is accepted? You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And where people
man.
celebrate you.
That's so
You
good.
know, so it's just
Yeah.
like if I never became myself again, like how are my friendships true? How are
Yeah.
my friendships real? And then I'm like, oh, these friendships aren't deep. These friendships, like, I don't know, they're just not giving me that community aspect I'm looking for. It's because you're not being yourself.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so it was this one quote I saw that I said I was going to remember today, but guess what? Memory,
You got it
hello.
in your notes?
No.
Oh
I
yeah,
don't.
and we're filming on our phone, so
Yeah. So
that probably
come on, iPads.
Facts. No, the iPad gonna come through. We got iPads and we were so stoked about it. It was just like, yo.
We saw a commercial
Yeah.
with Verizon and they're like, coming now, you could get a phone on this and an iPad on
And the
this.
iPad. I said, and the iPad?
We immediately was like,
Sign
this
us
Saturday.
up. Sign us up. Not pushing y'all to, pray about
the
it.
deal was over. So
Yeah.
if y'all got excited, I'm sorry.
It's probably over. And we gonna chill on that because we gonna need our sponsorship if we gonna promote anything else. So you got this one. You got this.
You got this one,
freebie,
Verizon.
but after that, I want to see my check. But yeah, just draining. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you're supposed to. One thing you want to check as like a on some like thermostat type thing is if you're coming from places and around people and you're coming home drained
Yeah.
but not edified and
Come
built
on.
up and just like inspired,
Talk about it.
you might have to analyze
Yeah.
either both yourself
Yeah.
and your circle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and that's what we did. And knowing that and coming to that realization, that revelation, it's like now it's like, wow, we're saving so much time, and we have more time to be around the people, like you said, that
Mm-hmm.
that we can pour into and that we can get some back. You know what I mean? And a lot of people say that. They say, it's not about you a lot of times, and it's just like it's just about what you can give. But it's like, no, it's like it's a river. It's giving and receiving. You know what I mean? And there are some, people that you're assigned to really pour
like
in.
people
but
you mentor, stuff like that. Like
Yeah.
that's okay, but you
Yeah.
do need to have people where you're able to just be real with them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Where you can just be yourself and feel safe, you
Yeah.
know? And
Yeah.
then also not even just like finding those people, but being that person.
Being that person.
To not be judgmental. And
Yeah.
if someone, like, can we all talk about it? Aren't we all a little awkward?
Yeah, nah.
Don't we all say stuff that we wish we did? I'm gonna be honest. Y'all keep listening to this podcast. You're gonna be like, Kenya, girl, what? But it's just like it's
Yeah.
okay because we're family.
Listen.
You know?
And we're being perfected.
Yeah.
Like we haven't arrived, but we're being sharpened, we're being perfected.
Yeah.
But that was the key. It was like also like looking into ourselves and just
Yeah.
really just like finding who we are,
Yeah.
through who God made us to be, and
Mhm.
not always like pointing the finger, but also just looking
Yeah.
inside. Because honestly, like even in those moments, again, there was a part of us that was trying to be, accepted, and that's just in us. That's just in
Yeah.
who we are. We want to be accepted because life, the way God made mankind, was for us to be together.
Yeah.
Like nobody should be an island. You know what I mean? And that's
Yeah.
why, marriage is so beautiful, because it's
Mhm.
like two is better than one.
Yeah. And that
And-
even goes with community as
and
well.
just and friends
Yeah.
and community. Like if you're not like,
Mhm.
even when you're married, having community is
Oh,
important.
yeah.
That's what we've learned as well. So
Mhm.
yeah, man, and then it's like, man, what is awkwardness? It's like,
Yeah.
even like debunking that. It's like, what is
Yeah.
awkwardness? It's like, okay, because we would, another thing, like we would be in play, because we like, it's not like we like talking a lot, but it's like if we're together, how we're raised, and I don't know if it's just the African American
Yes.
thing. It's like we want to be talking. Like if we're in the
Yeah.
same room, it's like,
Bro.
you want to
Yes.
talk and you want to, acknowledge, and just like, especially if it's an intentional, like, all right, we meeting up,
Yeah.
but we would be in places where it would just be silent and we would just be looking at each other. And that was the weirdest.
That's what started it.
That's
what started the
bro.
performance. It's
Oh,
this one thing. I don't know if it's cultural, but it's like this long silence that everyone gives,
yeah.
and it's like, oh my gosh, because Black people, we don't do that. We're like, okay, girl, okay, girl, see you later.
We talk about
Okay, I'll call you later.
And when we see us again still, even if we're like in person, we're just trying to figure out, all right, what's either are we going, all right, bro, I'll holler at you,
Yeah.
or we're gonna be like, so how you man them, you know, how's your pops, you know what I mean? Just like something.
Oh my gosh, like right now, I'm like breaking down inside just thinking about those moments because it's so awkward for me.
It's
but
different.
even just allowing just encouraging y'all. If it gets silent, it's okay. You do not have to speak.
Yeah. So yeah, we did come to that.
Yeah.
It you know, you don't always have to be talking. So it was part us, but then it was just like we just had to learn how to and with all this, like we also have the understanding that it's nothing wrong with adapting to because you know you'll be around people where they are on the more quiet side, and you know what I'm saying, and then it's just like that doesn't mean you just like, all right, man, you too quiet, I can't be around you, you know what I mean? But like, you know what I'm saying, that can still be a fruitful relationship.
I love my quiet people. They're so beautiful,
and you can adapt to that by again understanding. So that was the main thing with us. It was like, okay, you might not like how big Kenya is, but at least understand.
Yeah.
Come to understand her, and like maybe you don't like it, but still just for the sake of love. Like love, you know, even when we don't like certain things, love goes past that. Or like when we have our type of people that we like to be around, it's like love surpasses that, and it's just like, look, especially if you can tell that the relationship is fruitful, but it's just a character thing, or just how somebody's brought up and how they are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
and I think another thing that's really important to like touch on with this too is like not creating bitterness against people who don't accept you, because it's just one of those things where like, now I'm no longer performing. Glory to God. It took me I'm not gonna let it, y'all, it took me a year, like from that time of the corn maze to now, a whole year has passed, you know what I mean? And it took that long for me to really truly let go and realize that like I am a beautiful person, and like the Lord, He crafted me in the way I am, and we all are. So I just even want to speak to like any of you all who are just feeling so like down and feeling so rejected. I just want to let you know that you are so beautiful. I'm so proud of you, and keep pushing, because the village is coming. Don't give up, because it took a year for me to even really create a real true friendship. It took a year, you know? And if we're talking about from the moment that I start feeling the rejection, it took a few years. It took a few years for me to really like just one friend, not even a whole plethora. But then I started to learn the beauty of quality over quantity. But then also just releasing any bitterness against anyone who didn't accept me. Not being like, oh, you're the reason I feel rejected. Like, no, like let it go and just be like, you know what? We bless them, we love them, and move on. Because like, you need your mind for so much more. You are such a brilliant person, and so like you have like the world is waiting on you for something, whether it be like whether it be your craft, whether it be science that you do like with the medical field or something, or just who you are in general. And so like let your mind be filled with that in scripture instead of like what people are saying about you, you know. And just letting that all the way go, because when I stopped focusing on that, I had so much more room to think about my writing, to think about finishing up my degree, you know what I mean? So it's just like
so much more room, so much more space to be who you are and to thrive. Like, we're called to thrive. Like, this is the only life we have, and it would be just sad if you get at the end of your life and you realize the whole time it was somebody that wasn't you, that was just alive, and just like you had no kind of, you know, everybody's different. We're all,
Yeah.
that's the beautiful thing. It's like no one has the same fingerprint,
Mm-hmm.
and your fingerprint matters. Your fingerprint on this earth
It does.
matters.
Mm-hmm.
And we need you. We don't need
Yeah.
even the people that you admire. We need you.
Yeah.
We need you. So
Mm-hmm. And what's
Yeah.
so beautiful about fingerprints is that there's so many bends, there's so many curves. It's not a straight path. It's a design, and that's what makes it beautiful. That's what sets you apart, is the design of your life,
That's
not a
amazing.
straight line.
Wow.
There's no straight line. Every single person you know has different curves, different like bends within their life
Yeah.
that makes them them, and start to follow that beat. So like, we just challenge you just right now, or when you get home, or I don't know where you're listening to this
Yeah.
at,
You
or
might be in your
to,
car.
might be in your car,
On your way to
might
work.
be in the tub, rub a dub
On the way
dub,
from work. On the way to work.
on the
with
plane.
Your kids.
Where we going?
Where are we going? You know
Where
what
are
I'm
we
saying?
going? Actually, let us know. Where are you taking us?
Yeah, take us with
Are we
you.
in Greece? I'm
Are we
kidding.
in Greece? Hey, we really
Are we in
gonna
Alabama?
see you, though. If you in Greece, we really gonna see you. though.
Yeah, please.
That's, we
Please,
can't
we
wait to get
will
it.
we will come and visit you. But yeah,
So
I
beautiful.
challenge you to just get a piece of paper and just write, like, title it "Who Am I?" and write the beautiful things about yourself. And then on the other oh, come on. Come on,
you
Mike.
good.
Okay.
Go ahead,
But yeah,
bro.
but then on the other side, I was going to say other side of the mic.
Yeah, the other
On the
side.
other side of the paper, just put who God says I am, and just find scripture about what God like says about you,
Yeah.
and just really like just read that
Yeah.
every morning.
Yeah.
And even like take a screenshot of it and put it on your phone, so when you're in those uncomfortable places, you can just read who you are again.
Wow,
So you can
yeah.
really ground yourself, you know.
That's good.
So
That's
this was Wise Conversations.
This was Wise Conversations.
There's more conversations to come.
There's so much more to come.
Yeah.
And we would love to hear your feedback.
Yeah.
We would love to get a review of just like, you know, even from this first episode, you
Yeah.
know, give us a review, give us some feedback. We'll have more things set up as time permits. Or by the time you listen to this, it should be set up. Like everything.
Hopefully.
For real.
Yeah, I'm
no, we're gonna
joking.
get on it. But
Yeah.
yeah, we love you guys.
Mhm.
And yeah, be blessed and be you. We need you.
WISE.
Hey.
We are about to CE you
Okay.
out.
Hey.
Bye.
Love you guys. See you next time.
Thank you for listening.
Thank you.